Revelation Blues is here, or well, part of it at least. They released a demo which will see you travelling to Burham Springs, but for those of you who don't know, Fallout Revelation Blues is a pretty ambitious New Vegas mod aiming to create a faithful adaptation of Black Isle Studios' original Fallout 3, Van Buren, in the New Vegas engine. Seeing the player as a prisoner of the Tibbetts prison facility, it would have easily ended up as one of the crazier Fallout stories, and has actually had parts of it referenced in later Fallout games. For example, MacCready's son is a victim of something that sounds incredibly similar to the new plague that would have been in Van Buren. Easily the crazier aspect of it was going to be the, well, and spoilers for Van Buren I guess, is the space travel to a secret Enclave ship. But right now we can experience a portion of the recreation Revelation Blues is aiming to provide. Its demo came out on the 1st of March, so by travelling to Boulder City we can hop on a train to Burham Springs. The first thing I noticed were these flying shrubs in a line, but ignoring them we have quite a lot of world space to experience here. In Van Buren this area was intended to be an optional one, but has links to a lot of other areas in the game. Pre-war it was a coal mining town called Eagle Rock that was created by Poseidon Energy, but they'd eventually end up shutting down the town and selling it to the US government, who promptly turned the area into a dumping ground of radioactive waste, and would create the Recoil facility by contracting Poseidon's resources and scientists to help out. We can stumble across the remains of the Recoil facility and two unfortunate scientists that were trapped in it after receiving a hint from presumably a Brotherhood of Steel scout who points us in the direction of the mines. She says that there's some technology there, but is just as clueless as we are to what it actually is. The design documents for Van Buren suggest that there'd be something here key to repairing the spaceship we'd need to travel to the Enclave base. In the mod though, unless I missed it, we don't find the spaceship part, presumably because this is a demo. Although on our way to the Recoil facility through the Eagle Rock mines, we'll find some of the new enemies we'll be seeing in Revelation Blues, who are the result of toxic waste and the harsh environment of the mines. Obviously though, this is only a fraction of the story. The NCR renamed the town to Burham Springs and reopened the mines, but not for long, as less than a decade later their need for coal would lessen, causing the workers there to revolt and form powder gangs, who would later start a conflict with the NCR, the results of which we can see in this mod. Burham Springs is torched to the ground, with fires burning as a result of some of the coal veins being hit by the powder gangers' explosives. By the time we come across the town there's only 3 survivors. 2 of them in this mod are voiced.
Put your fucking weapons away and don't try anything stupid, asshole.
They'll point you in the direction of a mine that's been overrun by geckos and ask you to clear it out. The other inhabitant of Burham is a ghoul trader who's currently unvoiced. Like the mine that the survivors point you in the direction of, much of Burham's been reclaimed by wasteland wildlife, with geckos and scorpions inhabiting most of the abandoned mines. However, we can stumble across some wasps. These function basically identically to cazadors, but they seemingly have less health. Although, as this is just a demo, they do still drop the same loot as cazadors. But it's not just wildlife. To the south of Burham, near the station we start at, there's raiders and powder gangers both inhabiting the ruins of the wider Burham town, with this one building having a pretty big fight between some raiders and powder gangers that triggers as soon as you go through the door. But overall, this demo has got me kind of excited for what's to come. Obviously, it will be a while before we see this mod fully release, but from what's here, it's shaping up to be potentially one of the better New Vegas conversion mods. The attention to detail and to the design documents here is incredible, with small things like one of the Poseidon scientists trapped in the bunker even being found next to the knife that they used to, well, you know. Seemingly, it's going to take a similar approach to the world map as the cancelled Fallout 1 The Story mod, as by exiting the gate north of Burham we get taken to this little map room where we can see the other locations we can expect to travel to when this mod does fully release. Although, yeah, obviously you can't go to any of them at the moment. The world space of Burham itself is really nice. There's a lot to explore here, even if a lot is just mines, although to be fair it'd be kind of weird if it wasn't. The area has been expanded a lot from the design docs, with the surrounding areas of Burham being explorable. It feels like a pretty real town that would exist under the NCR, and the state we find it in does an amazing job of capturing the lore of the location. The lighting in a lot of these areas look amazing, and running it with New Vegas Reloaded is truly stunning. With the exception of, well, the sun glare, although this is a NVR issue and not one related to the mod. There's a couple of floating items, but I didn't experience anything game-breaking during my time with this demo. Just some small quirks, like this dialogue being easily re-triggered with Eve, the Brotherhood Scout. Wait a second. Holy shit.
Stop right. Oh.
What?
The dialogue option doesn't go away.
Stop right. Oh. Who's the?
Which just give you. Why is she giving you 10 energy cells?
Stop right.
Because I put the fires out. But like, okay, I can leave, but like.
Hold it. Oh.
And the I want to talk about something else line with one of the survivors just kicking you from the conversation instead of returning you to the dialogue tree. The particle effect when approaching Burham also feels a bit too harsh. Like, it's really easy to see where these are coming from, and they travel a bit too fast in my opinion. It just looks a bit silly. I do wish we could have spoken to the survivors of Burham a bit more and dig in a bit deeper to some of the options that we do have, but hopefully that will come in the full release of this mod. Now, if you are going to be installing it via MO2, make sure you pick the manual option, as the data directories are set up incorrectly currently. In conclusion though, this is seemingly going to be one of the best ways to experience Fallout Van Buren's story, as Fallout Yesterday, from what I've heard, is well, one of the mods of all time. So hopefully Revelation Blues will not only provide a more accessible experience due to it being in the new Vegas engine, but a much more refined one too. So if you want to catch a glimpse of what's to come in Revelation Blues, consider downloading this mod. And if you want even more, it's probably worth mentioning that Webb released the Revelation Blues Mega Armor Pack back in 2022. This includes a variety of new clothes and armor that are going to be present in the mod, including iconic sets like the Tibbet's prisoner uniform, and an alternate Desert Ranger armor along with a lot more. It even comes with optional level-less integration, although if you don't want that, you can just install the other main file, which will put them all into a box in Goodsprings. Okay, so I just got done with the video, and I thought I should check out the mod's comments, because I'm going to be completely honest, when downloading this I did see something slightly worrying. So yeah, regarding the MO2 thing, someone said that the mod wasn't set up correctly in the comments, and one of the devs replied saying, please install manually? We've not yet tested MO2 and Vortex auto installs? What? I'm sorry, but recommending to install a mod manually in 2025 is kind of crazy, and not having tested it at all is sort of weird. I feel like before you upload a mod, you always sort of want to download it yourself just to double check you actually uploaded the right file. Also, so Xilandro actually commented on this mod saying, is it true you've been treating your development team like some sort of slaves, forcing them to crunch to meet a deadline? And the Revelation Blues Nexus account replied to this saying, good question Xilandro, so we planned to have dropped it on the 21st of February during our C3 panel, but we were running into problems and were behind on VA. Even now, I would be honest, we are not done, but that's fine. I want to take this as a learning lesson for me and the team. It was never going to be perfect, and for us we were green to this. All in all, we did not have to go overboard, we did the best we could, and we hope to update this demo later to get it to a standard that we find acceptable. Firstly, ignoring the crunch stuff, you know, why upload it if it's not at the standard you find acceptable? You've already missed your deadline, so why not just wait a bit longer to, you know, upload it when it is in an acceptable standard that you find? Xilandro replied to this saying, so it wasn't just rumours, and you did in fact force unpaid hobbyists to crunch and calling it a learning lesson. And by what you're saying, you don't plan to stop and just keep pushing everyone to meet an acceptable standard. You know, perhaps you should have planned for the demo to drop when it's ready, while everyone was comfortable doing their part at their own pace, so it wouldn't drain people mentally and physically. Shame on you. I feel bad for everyone involved in this project. Also, Jennifer, the global moderator, has 2 comments on this post about how the file has been hidden from public viewing as you have not uploaded a file or added a mirror to it. We do not allow placeholders or work in progress entries with no files uploaded. You must upload your file or add a mirror to your file on another site before you can set your file to be visible to the public again. This comment's here twice, so they tried it twice, I presume. Honestly, a lot of this here is sort of worrying. You'd like to think that big mod projects like this would have a better grasp on how fundamental, I don't know, modding things works, I guess. So yeah, it's a shame that I had to include this at the end because what is here in Revelation Blues is actually pretty good. I did enjoy my time exploring it, and I am excited for the mod to release, just hopefully not under these circumstances, and they can sort particularly the crunch issue out, especially as this is a volunteer project. If they don't sort it out, then well, people are just gonna leave the mod, and well, it's just gonna end up like every other New Vegas DLC sized mod. But anyways, yeah, see ya.
But like this looks that looks like a place you'd walk up to though. You're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would go there. I guess that like it's not finished, but like they should just make the door not interactable.
Yeah, like I was
At
half
that
expecting
point.
it to be inaccessible.
Or like it should have said like the what's that one door in Fallout 3 that's you open it up, it just like
Oh, the fuck you one?
yeah, it's like should have just done that. That would have been funny. They missed an opportunity there.
They really did.